Nearly 15 years ago, I took 12 at-risk Black adolescent boys on the road, hoping to keep them from the streets. They interviewed nearly 40 older Black men from all walks of life. Today, they're young men, and they're coming of age in a country that increasingly resembles the one those older men fought to change. So I wanted to know, what would happen if I reunited the two generations again?
That's a sneak peek of a new documentary premiering nationally on PBS. It's called Road Scholars, and as you heard, the film follows a group of young Black teenage males who travel the country equipped with only a tape recorder as they record the lessons and history of older African American men from all walks of life. Joining me today with more on her upcoming film, Thelma Straight. Thank you so much for joining us today. And this journey started for you back in 2009. Tell us a little bit about what inspired you to do this.
Thank you for having me. What inspired me was my son Franklin was around 14 years old at that time, and he was being bullied because he was smart. And I decided I couldn't save all Black boys, but I could grab a handful and try and change their perception of themselves, that it's okay to be intelligent and to take a different path than what's being fed through the media.
Right. How did you find them to start this work and process?
Well, some of them were Franklin's friends, and the others, I went to different organizations that work with young people. I'm a teacher, so a few of them were my students.
Okay, great. And you paired them with different Black men from all walks of life. How long did that process take, recording those conversations and learning from them?
I would say all of the recordings took about 3 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but we interviewed some really cool men, the first Black sheriff since Reconstruction, a Tuskegee Airman, a gentleman who participated in Axe Handle Saturday, felons, former addicts who said that they used to be regular kids who followed the wrong person and became, addicted to something. So I tried to get them to talk to men from all walks of life and let them make their own decisions about what kind of man they wanted to be.
Right, and back in 2023, you all came together and you kind of discussed what they learned. Tell us about that. I'm sure that was inspiring.
It's a really cool experience. The older men and the younger ones, about 14 years later, they went from age 14 to late 20s, early 30s, came back and they talked mostly about mental health and the stigma attached to it and how we need to get rid of that and have more open conversations. They also talked about how we seem to be going back to how times used to be in regards to how people perceive Black people in general.
Yeah, it's such an interesting and important topic there too, and the documentary is airing tonight, is that right?
That's correct. It'll be on PBS, 8 o'clock Central, and also on YouTube and World TV.
What does that feel like for you, having such a long journey here to create this documentary, finally seeing it come to fruition and hitting airwaves?
Well, I feel like a huge burden is off my shoulders because my goal was to give Black men a voice, and I feel like this documentary does just that.
Yeah, for sure. What's next on the agenda for you? Do you have any upcoming projects?
I sure do. I'm going to do the same thing with girls, but I'm going to have my granddaughters, Christina and Elizabeth Young, ages 18 and 17 respectively, spearhead this project so we can do it from a different perspective and start at a much earlier age to instill self-empowerment, self-confidence in young girls.
Yeah, that's great. How long do you think that project's going to take? You're doing it through the same timeline?
Not as long as this one.
Right.
I didn't know what I was doing then, but I think I got it down now.
Well, it sounds so interesting, and I'm sure people are really going to enjoy it and learn a lot from it. We thank you so much for being here today with us, Thelma, and good luck with everything in the future.
Thank you so much. Hello to my family, the Straights and the Spears.
All right, thank you so much.